Hi, how are you?
Hey Shawn,
How's it going?
Scott with People Magazine. Good to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Something you mentioned during your speech kind of caught my ear, which was that you had been thrown lifelines.
Yeah.
And I know we think of you, we see you as a working actor, you have a standard of excellence, every time you show up we expect great things, but you know what it means to be thrown a lifeline in your career. Tell me a little bit more about the meaning of that for you.
Having worked with John on 5 different shows, just going all the way back to ER when I was a guest star, I don't know what the trajectory of my career was as probably a 28-year-old or whatever I was then, but that meeting really it changed my life, and helped me a lot just going to that audition. But I think what I'm really getting at is there have definitely been lean times, even as a working actor. I mean, I do work, and I'm very lucky and fortunate to be getting offers. But some of the things that I'm fighting for, we're in this new era of self-tapes. I feel like a lot of that stuff just gets overlooked, and that's not because of anything other than there's a lot of great opportunities because they're casting a very big wide net. And with John, this particular role came at a very kind of lean time for me, and I didn't know what the role was when I first read it. He's in one scene, and it grew into something very exciting and special, a character that I love deeply, and I'm thrilled to play for as long as they'll have me.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Chris with Gold Derby. You've probably been dreaming about a moment like this for your whole career. How did it compare when you heard your name, walked up the steps, to what you imagined?
It's very overwhelming. I don't know that I've been dreaming about this exact thing. I don't think I ever sought this. This was not something that I even expected. But I will say, once the nomination came in, I had a different feeling about it, and it was the feeling of just the people that do this for a living saying that they see you. It's a wonderful feeling, and I think more than anything, kind of what we were talking about though, for me, I just really like the show. I'm a fan of the show. I was only in 5 episodes, so I was watching the rest with everybody else. I became its biggest fan. So people, the critics enjoying it, the popular, it being popular, that just means I might get to do more of it. So that excites me. How are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm with IndieWire. I wanted to ask what your thoughts were about production being brought back to LA versus being shot around the world. Are you hoping for more work in LA, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's the other thing. Like, I look at this business and I know what a set feels like in Los Angeles. I know what experienced crews, how they work, how they operate. And in many cases, the people that I'm meeting, the carpenters I'm meeting, the transportation captains I'm meeting, the makeup people, the hair people, everything. They're not, this isn't, it's a legacy business. It's passed on. So that's the reason that you see some of the best in the business working here and doing it. So even more so, this recognition and the fact that this show is not a very expensive show. It shoots right here in Los Angeles, and so I think that there's a chance that maybe some other people that make these decisions will see the success and find a model like it so that we can employ a lot of people in Los Angeles.
I think you're going to get an amen. I want to follow on that, especially just what it was like. You very candidly mentioned this was a lean time for you. When you got the call and said, we want you to do this show, and it's going to shoot in LA, and it's going to be a procedural, the type that we hadn't seen so much of in the last 8 to 10 years, with so much different types of content. But obviously, the viewers have spoken, and older procedurals are often at the top of the streaming charts. Is that anything that you all thought of as you worked on the show, in terms of this not only bringing a modestly priced show back to LA, but the procedural of it all and the idea that this will be a show like an ER that would come back on a predictable schedule, basically TV of old.
I wasn't involved in much of those decisions or anything, or totally aware of what it was going to look like. But I understand John and the kind of television he makes. It is always rooted in an authenticity. And I was on ER, I saw what that looked like, and they're just sort of building off of that idea. I will say, I think that there was a lot of pushback on a concept of one day. You know, nobody was totally sure that audiences would grab onto that. But I'm glad they did, and I feel like that immediacy, that adrenaline is what makes this show work so well. It really is an immersive feeling show for audience members, but also for us. We become invisible because it is a procedural, and we're so detailed about what that looks like.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.